Hello and welcome again to our reading of Mark's Gospel, and we're in chapter 5 and we're up to verse 11. And you remember that Jesus has landed on the other side of the lake, the sea of Galilee, and a man possessed by demons has come out to meet him, and he begs him not to send them out of the land. And so at verse 11, ain, so verb to be early in the sentence, often used to introduce there was. So there was there a great agele herd, koiron, of pigs beside the mountain. Now again, I mentioned before the fact that there are pigs here gives the impression that this is not a Jewish community but a Gentile community. Boscomene, being tended, and speaking, they exhorted him, they besought him. The subject of the participle is this legion of demons. Pempson, aorist imperative, send us into the pigs, in order that we might go into them. So just an aorist subjunctive here. And epetrepsen, he gave them permission. He gave permission to them. So we would say in English, and he allowed them, or he gave to them permission. Kai exelthonta ta pneumata ta akathata. This is a neuter plural participle from ex erchomai, and it's agreeing with this here, which is the subject of the sentence. And we've got a neuter plural subject and we have a plural verb, which often happens in the New Testament. And the unclean spirits, having gone out, came out or went out or entered into the pigs. So the unclean spirits having come out, that is coming out of them, having come out of the man, they entered into the pigs. And the agele, the herd, this is from hormao. This is, if you're looking this one up, this is hormao, got a range of meanings, probably here something like rush. So the herd rushed kata to, so it's kata plus the genitive, so down the kremnos is the steep bank into the sea. Hos diskilioi, about 2,000, so quite a lot of pigs to lose. And this is from the verb penigo, and this is in the passive form. Penigo means to throttle or to strangle, but here it must mean to drown. So, and they were drowning in the sea. It's imperfect. And those who were tending them, those who were looking after them, fled, aorist, and reported back, don't forget the apo from ap angulo, reported back to the city and to the fields. So it means to the people in the city and to the people in the fields. And they came to see ti estin to gegonos. So this is a neuter participle here, neuter form from the perfect, from ginomai. So they came out to see what it was, the thing having happened. So they came out to see what had happened. And they came to Jesus, and they saw the man being possessed. So again, it's a neuter participle. So it's a accusative masculine participle, as is this one, being used almost like a noun here. So the man being possessed, sitting. In fact, we get a whole string of participles here. Diamonded zomenon, menon, kathemenon, hematismenon, kaisopranunta. And then get another participle here as well. So lots of strings of participles here. So they saw the man having been demonized, having been demon possessed, and he was sitting. This is from the perfect passive participle from hematisdo, to wear an hemation, so to have a garment on you, so clothed. And so pronunte, this is a very good classical word. It means in their right mind. The so here, the from part of this is that friend to do with your mind. The so here is originally sa root, and you see that in the word sozdo, I save. It's that same root is occurring here. So this literally means when your mind is safe. So therefore you're in your right mind. The one eskerkota, this is again a perfect participle, accusative from echo. The perfect of this is eskeka, and so the participle become the perfect participle is eskerkos, kos quia kos, kotos, and this is just the accusative masculine here. So the one who had the legion, this is the legion of demons, and they were afraid. So good practice with your perfect, this is a present participle here, with your various participles here in various tenses. And those seeing related to them how egeneto it had happened, how it had taken place for the man who was demon possessed. So those who had seen related to them, we might say, what happened to the man who was demon possessed, and told them about the pigs. And they began to parakalein, to beg him, to beseech him. Interesting, in modern Greek, parakalo is simply the word for please. So please and thank you and so on. But in here it's got the sense of they exhorted him, they begged him. So they began to beg him, Abelthane, to go away from the borders. Now be careful, it's got a little iota here, so it's not mountains, but this is the borders, from their borders. And now again, genitive absolute, him having got on board into the boat, the man possessed by a demon was exhorting him in order that he might be, this is the subjunctive of the verb to be, with him. So lots of he's and hims. The subject of the verb, of course, is the man possessed by the demon, and the autu, of course, is Jesus. Again, the structure's slightly odd. You could have put a dative, participle here, rather than having the genitive absolute, but he likes this sort of structure as we've seen before. So when he had got on board the boat, the man possessed by the demon exhorted him that he, the man possessed by the demon, might be with him, with Jesus. And he did not allow, this is from aphiemi, him, but he says, historic present to him, hupage, depart into your house to sus. Well, you have to supply laus or something, to your own people. And ap angelon, this is an aorist imperative here, from ap angelo, report back, don't forget the apple here, report back to them as many things as the Lord has done perfect to you, and that he had pity, he had mercy, this is from eleo, he had pity upon you. And he departed, and he began to proclaim in the Decapolis, literally the 10 cities. This was a territory which was a league of free Greek cities under the protection of the Roman governor of Syria, and it's called the Decapolis, the 10 cities. So he began to proclaim in the Decapolis as many things as Jesus did for him. Kai Pantes and all Ethaumasdon were amazed. And that is the end of that little section.